You just checked your phone. Maybe it was 30 seconds ago. Maybe it was right before you started watching this. You told yourself you would put it down, and yet here you are, already feeling the pull to pick it back up. You think it is a bad habit. You think you just need more discipline. But the real answer is far stranger than that. What is happening inside your brain is not a failure of willpower. It is one of the oldest survival systems your species ever developed, and it is being turned against you with mathematical precision. Your brain was not built for the modern world. It was built for the savannah, for open grassland, dense forest, and the constant, relentless threat of things that wanted to eat you. In that world, your ancestors who ignored environmental cues died. The ones who were always scanning, always alert, always asking, what is that sound? What moved over there? What has changed since I last looked? Those people survived. Those people had children. You are one of those children. Neuroscientist Kent Berridge spent decades studying what he called the wanting system, the dopamine-driven loop in the brain that compels you to seek. His research at the University of Michigan revealed something counterintuitive. Dopamine is not the pleasure chemical. It is the anticipation chemical. It fires not when you receive a reward, but in the moment before you expect one. It is the chemical of maybe. And maybe, it turns out, is the most powerful motivational force in human biology. Here is the problem. Your phone runs on maybe. Every time you pick it up, you do not know what you will find. A message from someone important. A notification that means nothing. A piece of news that changes your day. A piece of news that does not. The outcome is random. And random reward schedules, as psychologist B.F. Skinner demonstrated in his foundational behaviorist research in the 1950s, produce the most compulsive behavior of any reward system ever studied. Pigeons trained on random reward schedules pecked at levers until they physically could not stop. Skinner called it a variable ratio reinforcement schedule. Silicon Valley calls it a notification. This was not an accident. It was an engineering decision. Former Google design ethicist Tristan Harris, who later founded the Center for Humane Technology, testified before the United States Senate that tech companies explicitly studied and applied behavioral psychology to maximize what the industry calls engagement. Every red notification badge, every pull to refresh gesture that mimics a slot machine lever, every endless scroll that removes natural stopping points. Each one was optimized using the same principles Skinner uncovered in a laboratory, applied to a device that 2 billion people carry with them every waking hour. Your ancestors never encountered anything like this. The ancient wanting system in your brain evolved in an environment where the things worth checking were finite. Is the predator still there? Has the food source moved? Is my social group safe? These were life and death questions. The wanting system was meant to fire in response to genuine uncertainty with genuine stakes. It was never meant to fire 144 times a day in response to email. But your brain does not know the difference. At the neurological level, the dopamine spike you feel right before you check a message is chemically identical to the spike your ancestor felt before peering over a rock to see if the leopard was still there. The stakes are almost never the same. The chemistry is. This is what researchers mean when they talk about evolutionary mismatch. Your biology is optimized for one environment, but you live in a completely different one. The same mechanism that kept your ancestors alive and scanning for threats is now the mechanism that makes it nearly impossible to sit in a room without reaching for a rectangle of glass every few minutes. There is a second layer to this, and it goes deeper still. Human beings are, above all else, social animals. For hundreds of thousands of years, being excluded from your group meant death. Not metaphorical death, literal death. No tribe meant no food, no shelter, no protection. Your brain evolved to be acutely, painfully sensitive to social information. Who is angry with you? Who likes you? Who has status? And what does that mean for your position in the group? These questions were existential. Getting them wrong could kill you. Your phone is a social information machine. Every notification is potentially social information. Every like is a signal from the group. Every blue tick is a data point about your standing with another person. Your brain processes all of it with the same ancient urgency it evolved to process real social threats in small nomadic bands. The emotional charge you feel when someone does not reply to your message is not irrational. It is a 400,000-year-old alarm system triggering